questions.
Okay. Do you think marijuana should be legal for recreational use
Do I think marijuana should be legal for recreational use
at a federal level?
at a federal level? Number one, I don't think this is a federal issue. I think this falls under what we call reserved powers. And as the states of Colorado and Washington are now trying to demonstrate in the laboratory of democracy that is America, we might be able to have states that choose for themselves democratically to have recreational use of marijuana. So what I want, I don't know necessarily applies, but what the Constitution says is that this should be something that we allow these states to do, even if it means epic failure.
Of all drugs?
Of all drugs, no. I'm against that. The issue you're saying like hardcore, like
Right.
Cocaine, heroin,
Heroin.
meth.
no, I think in terms of public health, there's
Portugal.
been enough of a demonstration that those cause greater liability to the common good than they're worth, and so I would draw lines.
That's right.
All right, so we're ready? Okay. So what people don't realize is it's still illegal to drive under the influence of marijuana. So one of the sticky situations they're going to get in is that marijuana stays in your system for 30 days. So if you get pulled over and the police decide that they have a suspicion, if they take a hair sample and it's in your system, even if you haven't smoked pot for a week and a half, you can be arrested for being under the influence of marijuana, even if you haven't smoked pot in a week and a half, because it's in your system and it's illegal to drive under the influence.
That's right.
Do you think marijuana should be legal for recreational use
For recreational use.
or decriminalized?
Okay, I guess maybe decriminalized because I feel like it's a lot of money, I mean, for the taxpayers to prosecute people for this if it's just like a joint or something, but I don't think it should be legal so that people can get it and use it all the time, you know, recreationally. I do feel, however, that federally, it should be not against the law to have medical marijuana. I believe that, you know, people should be able to get that for medical conditions if it's prescribed by their doctors, as long as it's regulated well.
All right, thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
what about, do you think all drugs should be legal?
No, I do not think all drugs should be legal. No, there are some very terrible drugs out there that do very terrible things to people and ruins their lives, and I don't think so, no.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you think marijuana should be legal for recreational use?
I think that it should be up to the people on whether or not they decriminalize it. And I think that we have to acknowledge what the people have voted on and respect that.
Okay. Do you think that all drugs should be legal?
No, not at all.
Okay, thank you. Do you think that marijuana should be legal for recreational use?
Marijuana, recreational use, boy, that's a toughie. I have fears, hopes, and dreams around that topic that I hope is settled sooner rather than later. But at the end, I hope that individuals are allowed to make choices for themselves that do not harm anyone else.
Do you think that all drugs should be legal?
I think an individual who's in their correct state of mind and responsible for their own health should get to decide whatever they take in, be it any drug or food or drink or anything else. I'm all for individual freedom of choice.
All right, thank you.
Ask the questions.
All right, do you think marijuana should be legal?
Because of the Colorado case laws and because of Washington and because of the past history in Colorado, if you look at it, I believe in the revenues that can be involved in marijuana being legal. In the first 2 years of medical marijuana in Colorado, they raised $2 billion. The projection is $9 million by year 2016. If you take a look at growing of marijuana, even though I don't smoke marijuana, I don't approve of it, but for revenue's sake, I approve of it. It's a way to raise revenues greatly. And you see the cost in Colorado is blocking out the black market because an ounce of marijuana in Denver is now going for $130 an ounce compared to what? Here.
Yeah.
300 to 400 here, correct? So there are positives. Plus, if you take a look at how it's done in Denver and Washington, each plant has its own barcode and is being heavily regulated by the government. And if they keep doing that and the prices keep going down in a perfect market, you're actually making money. Now, everyone in all drugs, I don't agree with unless you want to have a lot of people die. Because you'd have to give them away first to get the black market out. And you'd have to be willing to get people to die.
Thank you.